Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is MazezRealm once again, and welcome to another episode of my series, The Arsenal. Now, this particular episode is really special to me because I'm going to be covering my absolute favorite submachine gun to use in Black Ops 2. And the reason why this is my favorite is because I'm just a fan of the Kriss Vector and the Super V system that this weapon uses in real life. I'm just really intrigued by this weapon in real life, and I really like the representation of this weapon on Black Ops 2, and I've been a fan of this weapon since Modern Warfare 2 as well, so I'm just so happy that it's in Black Ops 2, and I really sincerely hope that you guys enjoy using this weapon as much as I like using it. So without further ado, I'll jump right into the loadout that I've got here for you guys, and that is the primary close quarters combat loadout that I use in free-for-alls, team deathmatch, capture the flag, basically modes that are really fast-paced. It really works really well on those modes. So I've got the suppressor attachment and the foregrip, and the reason why I have the foregrip is because this weapon has a lot of accuracy, and when you're using a suppressor, it increases the recoil a little bit, so that foregrip helps you stay on target a lot more for those longer ranges. So that being said, I've got the perks that I use that really complement this loadout really well, and that is Ghost, Scavenger, and Toughness, and Dexterity and Dead Silence. Those perks together are a really good setup, and the reason why we can stack those up is because we're using the wild cards, perk 2 Greed, and perk 3 Greed. So right now we're just gonna move right on to the gameplay here, and it is a free-for-all match on the map Hijacked. Now, Hijacked is a really crazy, hectic map to play. For those of you who obviously have been playing Black Ops 2 for a while, you would know this, and that is why this class is excellent for a free-for-all on Hijacked, because the spawns are so insane that you will find yourself going against an enemy every second of the match. And in order to win a free-for-all, you have to have a loadout that really works well in rushing around and basically preparing yourself for every gunfight that you go into. And that is exactly why Scavenger and Toughness are a really good perk 2 combination, because since you're running a close quarters weapon like the Vector here, you can pick up those scavenger packs really easily, and you don't have to worry about running out of ammo. And then on top of that, the Toughness perk helps you stay on target when you're receiving damage from a nearby enemy. So that really works well in close quarters combat. Then, as you see, Dead Silence and Dexterity work really well in combination as well, because I can silently rush the enemy and then ready my weapon very quickly and get my shots on target immediately after sprinting. And that is a really cool thing and ability to have when you are playing free-for-all or capture the flag or team deathmatch with this particular loadout. Another cool thing about Dexterity is that you can actually clamber over things a lot faster than most players can when they're not using Dexterity. And that's a really good thing to also have in free-for-all when you're taking damage and you can't engage the enemy, but you have to climb a ladder or through a window or something to survive. Dexterity really helps you with that as well. It's just a really very useful perk, and it really performs well when using a close quarters weapon. Now, the Vector, what makes the Vector such an amazing submachine gun and why it's my personal favorite in Black Ops 2 is because of the sheer accuracy that it has. It doesn't have the highest damage in its class, but it has the highest accuracy. So damage is not really that much of an issue because it has a nice high rate of fire, and it also has that accuracy so you can get all your shots on target to get those kills. And I really think it's a really well-balanced weapon. Even though it's not the strongest in its class as far as stopping power is concerned, it is just so good. It is so good. And it's even better now that the best submachine guns in Black Ops 2 have been nerfed a little bit. Because before, the MSMC and the PDW-57 were go-to weapons in Black Ops 2, and I still think that they are the best submachine guns in the game, but for me particularly, I am the type of player that really enjoys using a weapon that is not commonly used by a lot of people, and on top of that, perfecting, you know, myself as a player with that particular weapon. I don't always just get the best weapon and you know, go to work with it. I always like to keep myself on my toes and become a better player by using some of the weapons that are sometimes overlooked but are actually really good weapons, and the Vector K10 is the perfect example of that, before the patch and even post-patch. So definitely, if you have not used the Vector before, give it a shot. It is an amazing weapon, and I'm not saying that it's not a weapon that can stand up to all the other submachine guns. It's actually a very, very good weapon in the right hands. But I will say that it doesn't have bad characteristics that make the weapon hard to use. It has low recoil, so if you're an accurate shooter, you can just keep your shots on target, as I mentioned before. And the magazine size is actually pretty good. I mean, it's got a 36 round mag, which doesn't seem like it's very high, but the rounds per minute and the rate of fire on this weapon are around the same as the MP7, if not the exact same. So the rate of fire and the mag keep this weapon a very, very good weapon to use when you're trying to conserve a little bit of your ammo. Because it doesn't have a rate of fire like the Scorpion or the Chicom CQB, but it definitely has one of the highest rates of fire for submachine guns in the game. So that's definitely something that you need to keep in mind if you're kind of a fan of having a decent high rate of fire. Also, I will say that the Vector K10 is also a really good weapon to use suppressed. And the reason for that is because it eliminates the muzzle flash completely when you're using a suppressor. And since it's so accurate, you will not have any problem staying on target and shooting your enemy as long as you're using the right perk setup. And that is the whole reason why this particular class that I'm showing to you guys right now is my favorite class to use when in close quarters gunfights. It's just my absolute favorite. If I'm having trouble in close quarters, I will pick this weapon, I will pick this class, and I will do very, very well with it. So I really sincerely hope that you guys find the same amount of success that I found while using this class. It's just so incredible, and I'm just really excited that I could actually make this class, recommend it for you guys, and then receive feedback from you guys to see if you actually enjoy using this class as much as I did. Because, man oh man, I'm telling you, the way that the spawns are on free-for-all and team deathmatch in Black Ops 2, you want a class that performs well in every close quarter situation that you'll run into. And the Vector does not disappoint. It does not come up short, I should say. And it just does work. It does work. So I really hope that you guys can actually equip this class, get some work done, get some wins in free-for-all and team deathmatch, and capture the flag or whatever mode you really feel comfortable rushing in, and just have a ball with this class. So hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you really like this series on my channel, you can watch a previous episode where I covered the SWAT 5.56 assault rifle. That is easily accessible there on your screen by clicking that thumbnail. If you would like to watch a similar series to this one, you can click on that thumbnail and it will take you right to Keys to Success. It's a very popular series on my channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking on that subscribe button there on the top right. It really helps me out a whole bunch, and I'm sure you guys will really enjoy the content as well. So if you want to also follow me on Twitter, you can do that by hovering over the Twitter icon there on the top left. And if you want to watch all of the rest of my videos and everything else I have to offer, just click on that MazezRealm icon there on the bottom of your screen. So until next time, this has been MazezRealm. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I'm out.